3 steps ahead, Tom Law. 3, 4 steps ahead. Welcome into the Rowdy Studios. Bassmasters alongside, I like to call you 4-time reigning Miss Sprint Cup champion.
I like it. Yes, I'm a champion.
Monica Palumbo. And Monica, you spend a lot of time on Twitter.
We love Twitter around these parts.
Because, you know, drivers are on Twitter and we're getting a lot of insight into their personality, into their lives. So we thought on today's Big 3 quote edition, we would take some tweets and kind of break them down, kind of analyze them.
Because they're so funny. I mean, drivers are able to not only tell fans what they're doing, but they get to let their personality show.
Exactly. So let's start with a guy we know has a lot of personality.
Like
Michael Waltrip.
Oh, yes.
Michael Waltrip. Now, if you want to know what's going on with Michael Waltrip, you get a lot of good information from his Twitter feed. For example, the other day he tweeted this.
He said, "I am now picking my nose."
Now that's good information
That's
to know.
fantastic information. We all want to know when Michael Waltrip is picking his nose.
And what does it say, Monica? It says he's a guy just like you and me. He's a person. He's a regular guy who picks his nose, like everybody else.
We all, at some point in our life, have picked our nose. He's just announcing it.
Right, and just making us feel comfortable with, hey, we pick our nose too. Then later on, it seemed that this developed into a bit of a nose obsession with Michael because he came up with a new habit.
He did.
The nose hairs? I don't know, Monica.
Pulling nose hairs and then
making yourself sneeze.
He sneezed and then he said it was very painful.
Well, they say that sneezing is one of those sensations that you're theoretically supposed to like, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that's Michael Waltrip. He's weird, but he's an everyman.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He is funny.
One of the best personalities. So if you need a good laugh, check him out.
We're going to need some tips on grooming, obviously.
Yeah.
You can turn to Michael's Twitter feed. Then there's Matt Kenseth. Now, we all know Matt Kenseth is a nice guy, and I think that was reflected in his Twitter feed the other day when he said this. So have a nice day, Monica.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
I thought when you said the man full of personality, I thought you were going to be facetious and say Matt Kenseth.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but does not Matt Kenseth have a fairly dry sense of humor? Like, it just may not come across in certain media? But he's a pretty funny guy,
He
right?
does. Anytime that I've had, the pleasure of interviewing him, he's actually pretty funny, and you would never know it. Because he, once the camera's on, he kind of
just takes it down to have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
So maybe he needs to break out a little bit on his Twitter feed and just kind of let his freak flag fly.
I like that.
What do you think?
He might need to shake his moneymaker.
I do it all the time, and you can see how far it's gotten me. No way. Okay, let's turn to Jimmy Johnson, because we thought, well, hey, after that race at Pocono, Jimmy Johnson's, he's going to dish on that Twitter feed, right?
Yeah.
So here's what he had to say.
He said, we had an awesome day, fantastic race, but it got a little spicy there at the end.
A little spicy. We wondered at first if he was talking about Thai food, but it turns out he was talking about Kurt Busch. Did he go far enough with this tweet, Monica?
Well, should he have explained a little more? I think he was being very politically correct.
He was. And I noted the little hashtag at the end, good times, I think it was. So that was kind of a little funny little wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the race fans.
Right.
Maybe he should have tweeted like, Kurt, I'm going to get you. I hate you. Something like that.
I'm going to hit you next race.
You're in trouble, buddy. So what do you think? Jimmy Johnson, is he doing okay with his Twitter feed, or does he need to take it to the next level?
I think he can take it a little bit to the next level. There has been a little fine line where he has been reaching a little, out there funny. Really? You can kind of see his personality.
So if you want to see a little more Jimmy Johnson personality, because there was a little sarcasm in there.
Yeah.
So I guess Jimmy's got a sarcastic side.
That's
our take on driver Twitter feeds, breaking it down for you, getting to the real important stuff.
Shaking their moneymaker.
And shaking her moneymaker. That's Monica Palumbo. I'm Bassmasters. We'll see you in the funny papers. I did that again.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.